Story time. Hashtag story time.
I wanted to live like a local.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4, season... Why did I say 4 like that? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, my voice cracked. Alright, take two. Hey guys, welcome to episode 4, season 2 of Two Cold Brews. I'm your co-host, Allison.
And I'm Coleen, and welcome.
Welcome to another episode. So, you know, things are starting to open up, you know, with the border and everything.
Yes.
And we do have a girls' trip planned, so we figured, why not dedicate this episode to past travel experiences?
We're going to call it Travel Diaries.
Travel
maybe not.
Diaries? Maybe.
I like it. The Sisterhood of Traveling.
Sisterhood of Travel?
Traveling
That's
pants?
what you want to name this episode?
No. Sisterhood of Traveling Pants? Pods?
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pods.
Yeah.
Actually, that's good, even though we weren't doing a podcast at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna dedicate this episode to our past travels, how much we miss it.
Mm-hmm.
We used to travel every single year. Like, we go somewhere.
We tried to make it a tradition in like 2017.
There was a 2017 we started?
Like a few years ago, we tried to make a tradition out of traveling once a year.
Yeah.
Even when we were broke and had part-time jobs, we're like, we need to go somewhere.
You don't understand. I remember, like, at my old job, okay.
Was that our first trip together?
I think that was our first trip together when we were both working at our part-time jobs.
Did we? That was Mexico?
Like,
we went to...
Like, during college, like, after college time.
When did we go to New York and stuff? And Montreal?
No.
California. We went to a lot of places.
LA. Was LA the first?
LA was our first trip.
LA was our first trip together, okay? So, back in let me pull up Instagram.
No.
Sorry, I don't know when we went. Quick pause. Sorry. Wow. I don't know.
Okay, while you look, I'll give some context. So, I'm not going to say the thing, but in like 2015, 2016, Allison went through like a huge life event.
Oh, yeah.
And it shook up like basically the whole friend group. And one of the things that came out of it was just like life being very precious and not wasting time. And Allison's like, what the fuck am I doing? And we're like, okay, we're gonna travel every year, we're gonna do all the things, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a story time episode dedicated to that. Just not right now, but I know that whole experience, I remember I was like, wow, I'm gonna die and I have nothing to show for my life. Nothing. Like, all I have is like, I graduated high school.
Because you were in your final year of college.
Yeah. I didn't even have, like, a college degree.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It was rough, and so out of it came a lot of good things. And so our first trip, Allison and I, like, we've been friends since we were 8, but we actually haven't, like, traveled together. So our first one was to California. Yeah, and we stayed in LA.
Yeah, we stayed in LA with my family. Thank God I have family there because we saved a lot of money with like hotels and Airbnb. So I pulled up Instagram. We went.
I'm pretty sure it was.
We went in the end of September 2017.
Yeah, that was when I was like, "Fuck school." School started already.
Yeah.
And my friends, like my classmates, saw me posting that I was in LA, and they're like, "We stan," because like they were in lectures at that time.
Oh, yes, that's right. I remember, okay, so back when we booked our first trip, okay, so if I were to take off, like, I don't get paid when I'm off. Like, I don't have paid vacations at my old job.
Part-timers, man. Yeah, they don't get any of that stuff.
So I worked 2 weeks straight. No days off. Just so I can get a week off, right? And then plus weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing when you work part-time, right? You don't get paid in the middle of your trip. Like, if you're not working, you're not getting paid. And so we literally had to work 10 days straight. And, like, I used my credit cards because I was just like, I'm too broke. But It was such a fun trip. We stayed with your family, saved a lot of money.
We did save a lot of money staying with my family. I think Carl got along really well with my family, actually.
Yeah, they were like my family.
Yeah, every morning. Okay, all my friends know I don't. Go, you can say it, it's fine.
Allison does not eat eggs. She like is not a breakfast person.
No.
At 5 p.m. she'll be like, "This is my first meal of the day."
Yeah. No, I don't mind lunch, dinner, but breakfast, I can't do breakfast.
It's the most important meal of the day. Eggs are the most versatile protein, especially if you're not meat-based. But
I hate eggs. Yeah.
Eggs. Her family loved eggs.
Yeah. Filipino breakfast. Okay, Filipino breakfast is like rice, sausage, eggs.
Like rotating meats and egg.
Yeah. With like a dash of diced tomatoes on the side.
Yeah, with like the parsley. Like that's definitely.
Yeah, so in LA, like every morning, like I would be up getting ready for the day, and Carl would be having eating breakfast with my family.
Yeah, I like it though because we get along with each other's families. Yeah, so I think it's really funny. Yeah. But God, guys, LA was so hot. Yeah. And like it's true what they say about traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. There's no reason for traffic in the middle of the day, but yet it happens. Mm-hmm. It's insane.
Yeah, I think if you've never been to LA, I think we stayed for a week. Mm-hmm. But if it's going to be your first time, minimum 10 days.
Yes.
Minimum 10 days for sure. And you guys have to drive. Okay? You're either driving. Okay, yes. This is the story. Story time. # story time.
I wanted to live like a local.
Oh my, not even like a local. Okay. Carl just wants to experience everything.
I wanted to commute like people in LA do.
No, people in LA don't commute. Remember my aunt said, and even my cousin was just like, no one takes public transportation here unless you really, really, really have to. Like, unless you really like can't afford an Uber or a car. Yeah. Then you take transportation, right? So I remember my aunt and my cousin, she was just like, are you sure you guys want to take like the train and the bus? Like, and my aunt was so worried. She's like, make sure you text me, like, Yeah. And so this is how it happened. Okay, so we were going to Universal. Yes. Yes, we're going to what's that haunted thing?
Screamers.
Is it Screamers? Yeah. Is that what it's called? You guys, you have to go. It's worth the money.
Is that the one in Canada? Screamers.
Universal Haunted something.
They keep sending me emails every year. Pause. Hold on, I know what it is. Universal haunted horror. Let's look up Halloween.
Horror house? It's not a horror house. Universal.
Dude, Universal Studios was so fun. Okay, so it's called Halloween Horror Nights.
Wow, okay. This is how you know we're not from LA.
Crap. So it was definitely a commute. But like, listen, I didn't know. And TTC,
it was disgusting.
Okay, TTC. It was disgusting. I thought TTC was bad. And I was like, what's so special about this?
No, after experiencing... Okay, I don't mean to offend anyone who takes TTC in LA. Public transportation in LA. If you gotta use it, you gotta use it. But I'm just saying, I understand why my aunt and my cousin was telling me, like, don't take it. It's honestly so disgusting. Okay? I left the train smelling like urine.
Okay, you're being seriously dramatic.
Are you kidding me? The people smell like pee.
One person. The rest. Okay. Here is the thing. It's not like their transportation system isn't regulated. They don't have like commute officers. Like, you know how there's TTC people that like check you and like they're always at stations?
No, but I get why I think it was that year when Toronto transportation was voted like #1.
Yeah, and I didn't understand until we went to LA.
Until I went to LA,
because people live in like the subway carts.
Yeah.
Because who's there to tell them no? Like, the police really don't care. They don't really regulate it. And wow, is it ever humbling? Like
it was definitely like a culture shock, but
yeah.
Everything about LA was amazing. The parties in LA is different.
It was so fun. Okay, backtrack though to Universal. It was so fun. Yeah. When we went there, because I met one of my favorite YouTubers at the time.
Oh, yes.
Sophia Nygaard.
Yeah.
She was filming like a video there. Mm-hmm. And then the lineups were super long for a lot of the things.
Yeah, so pay the extra fee to like go to the front of the line.
But do you remember when we went on we went to this ride and we're like, what is this? It's like driving us somewhere.
Oh my gosh. No, backtrack just like a few. We were like, let's do something light.
Yeah.
Let's just be chill. This is our first time.
We're not going to do
anything crazy.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything crazy. Yeah. So we're like, okay, what a cute golf cart ride. They're just going to take us
like,
through.
This is so nice. There was like no signs. It was just like everyone's just like hopping on. So we're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, what's happening? And then all of a sudden, it just stops.
Oh wait, before it stops though, like the golf cart ride, you guys. So it's like one of those bus golf cart rides. Yeah. But it takes you up the hill, so it's like such a beautiful view.
It's so misleading. It's so scenic. You know when like the cool breeze is there at sunset and you're like, wow.
This is freaking
This is
nice.
the moment.
Yeah.
And then it just stops somewhere so dark.
Yeah.
So dark in the middle of like this pitch black place.
Yeah, nowhere. Yeah.
And they stop and they're like, okay, get off. And we're like, what?
Wait, what?
Because we had no idea what this was, right? Yeah. And then we get off, and then as we walk closer towards, I don't know, it looks like a doorway, but it was a maze or something.
Yeah, it was like an entrance to like a house maze or some shit like that, yeah. Like a farm, like one of those farm looking
things.
There
was a lineup of men just blocking the place. And they were dressed up as like fucking Chucky.
Chucky! Okay. Everyone. There were so many Chuckies. There were so many Chuckies, and that one Chucky was following me, and oh my gosh, I was like,
oh my god.
No, but here's the thing. As we're walking, we couldn't turn back. There was no car.
There was no one.
There's no one there.
But literally the whole group was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We had no choice but to like and like they stayed so still. Mm-hmm. That was the thing. And then when we were about to pass them is when they started chasing us. Yeah. Oh my god, they chase you guys. Guys, they chase you.
I'm telling you, don't go to Universal if you're not fit, okay? Because I was gonna have a stroke halfway through, okay? I'm like, Universal's gonna have a freaking lawsuit in their hands, okay? It was rough, okay? It was so rough.
It was so funny.
But fun.
And then remember that tunnel that we went through and like it would be on and then it would be off. And then when it turned on, there were things in front of you.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
LA was fun.
LA was fun. We didn't do like fun. Yeah, we didn't do like a lot of the touristy stuff like Hollywood sign, but we did go to Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
but we went during the wrong time. We went
Oh.
during the wrong time because prior to like going to LA, I was like, let's do one of these talk show things, right?
Yeah, you put your name in for like Ellen.
Yeah,
like,
Ellen actually is booked for like 6 months in advance.
But now she's canceled.
She's canceled. So I was like, okay, let me do Jimmy Kimmel. So the application, how it works is you put in the date that you're going, how many people, and then it shows there's a box that says, why do you want to go to the Jimmy Kimmel show? Mm-hmm. Right? And then, so I put there and I was like, the only Jimmy that's worth watching live.
Oh, yes, because there was Jimmy Fallon.
There's Jimmy Fallon as well, right?
We know Kimmel is supreme. Come on.
So I was like, what is something that would just catch their attention, right? So that's what I put. I was like, the only Jimmy that's worth watching live. And like a few days after I like applied, we got an email that said, hey, congratulations, you guys got tickets to the show, and it's free.
Yeah, I didn't know it was free, but I think it's just by complete chance that you get to go.
Yeah.
And so before we went there, let's talk about clubbing because your cousin took care of us a lot.
Sorry. We're going like back and forth with LA.
I know. Like, should we restart this?
No, but it's chaotic. Like, it's okay. The next travel story time. Like, what's next after LA? Mexico?
I think so.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's going to be more structured.
Yeah. But I forgot how fun LA was.
Yeah,
And so,
you know?
oh my god, that time the guy didn't believe my health card.
Oh
Okay, so
LA's is the best.
This is how it happened.
Funny.
Okay, so
Yeah.
her cousin Chloe is a couple years older than us, and she's like the best. She's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we tried to pay for something, like she wouldn't. She'd like pay for everything.
Yeah,
She knew
everyone.
the right people.
Yeah.
So when I tell you we went clubbing to the good places, we did, and we passed lines, and I was like, I felt so important. Because there were girls dressed so well compared to me, waiting in line, having to pay fucking fees, and we would just like pass by the line, and my INFJ ass was so... It's INFP, one of those.
Oh my god, my foot's falling asleep. Actually, what's...
I felt so guilty, because I'm like, oh... They've been waiting so long. But I learned in LA it's about your connections.
It's about your connections in LA. So story time.
I don't have a license.
Yeah, we all know Call doesn't drive. Okay,
Yeah.
So in LA, she used her
Health card.
health card as like her like ID because it has her picture on it, right?
And it's valid when we do it in Canada.
Yeah. So well, in some places, majority of the places. So, so we went to this one spot, right? And again, we're cutting the line, you know? And this line
is long, guys.
Like it
it's
wraps
long.
around the whole place. And where we got dropped off was like at the front of the line. Do you remember this?
Yes.
So, security was like, all right, cool, come in. Just where's your IDs, whatever. So
Yeah.
I gave my ID. He's like, okay, good to go. So, oh yeah, by the way, if you're not from LA, always bring like a Visa or debit card with your name on it.
Yeah, that was new to me.
Yeah, as a second like form of ID, whatever. So, whatever. I had my card, I had my driver's license. Call didn't bring her passport because she's like, what if I lose my passport, right?
Yeah, because I'm drinking.
Yeah.
It's not.
So
Happened in Finland.
Yeah.
I can't do that again.
So Call brings her health card, and so we all go, and then Call's last. Security guards were like, what the fuck is this?
It's like, what is this? He took out his fucking flashlight.
Yeah, in front of everyone. This is in front of everyone, okay?
And I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Like, he thinks I'm...
Sorry.
It's phlegm. It's phlegm. Don't worry. It's not contagious. Okay.
I just did a little... Oh my god, okay.
Shut up! Okay.
Yeah.
What was I trying to say?
He took out his flashlight.
And then he started trying... He tried, opening my health card, from the top up.
Yes, also just to see if the plastic would come off as well.
Yeah.
And everyone's staring, okay? There's girls in 6-inch heels, like, what the fuck is happening?
Me and my flats.
Yeah.
Just shaking.
So, my cousin, she's like, oh, they're from Toronto, like, whatever. And he's like, no, we can't accept this. Do you have anything else?
And then he even tricked me. He was, holding my health card. He's like, what's your address? And I gave him my address. And he's like, it's not on here. And I was like...
We're like, yeah, well, there's no address on a health card.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, what do you have? And Call didn't have her card on her either because you brought cash.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm going to be smart.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But here's the thing. We didn't even get to use our cash at all. My cousin got us that night.
Yeah, she's so good.
Literally. So then, out of nowhere, another security guard comes outside, okay?
Yeah.
Because, it's been a few minutes now, and there's, we're kind of like, hey.
I was near tears. I was like, I guess I'm going to go sit in a corner somewhere.
No, I think my cousin was trying to figure out, hey, another place to go to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, mind you, my cousin and her friends were there, too.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? I feel like the little cousin, little sister, where I'm just like, God, I'm troubling everyone.
So, a few minutes goes by, and then another security guard out of nowhere comes out to the front and goes, hey, what's happening? And then my cousin's like, oh, my cousin, she only has her health card, and they're from Toronto, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just like, oh, let me see. And then
Thank God he knew.
This guy, this security guy is from Mississauga. Okay, Mississauga specifically.
What were you doing there? Thank you so much.
You're right.
Appreciate
and then
you.
He was just like, oh, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. They actually have health cards in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot the healthcare system there. Okay, so we got through. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I wanted to talk about clubbing, because we went to so many others, was that we met these guys that Chloe knew. Mm-hmm. And they were so fun, but then all of a sudden, because we were at Denny's at like 3 a.m., and we're like, what if we go to Vegas? Because remember, it's a music festival.
Yes. Okay, this is how it relates.
Because we were like drunk. We were eating breakfast at 3 a.m. and they're like, what? Do you guys want to go to Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas that morning. We were supposed to go that morning. Yeah.
Right? And then I don't know what stopped us. Or
we didn't wake up on time.
So we were like, let's go. But then we were out so late. We ended up waking up like past the time we were supposed to go. And everyone was like, fuck it. Mm-hmm. But it relates to Jimmy Kimmel because what happened that weekend was very tragic.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. If you don't know, it's the Las Vegas shootings, like during the music festivals, and it was one of the, if not, the biggest like massacre the U.S. has experienced in modern history.
And we were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so insane because everything we were going to do was going to lead us there. We were supposed to stay at that hotel too. Mm-hmm. So it was insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my mom, because I told my mom we were going to Vegas.
Yeah, my family was calling me.
Yeah, so my mom called my aunt. She's like, where are they? Did they go to Vegas? Whatever. And I'm like, no, they woke up late, right? Mm-hmm. They all of them woke up late, so plans were canceled. So fast forward to the Jimmy Kimmel was the next day.
Yeah, because we were only going to go for a day and then come back because everything's so close in the U.S.
Yeah, you can literally drive to Vegas and drive back. So the next day, that's Jimmy Kimmel. So how it works, okay?
Oh, yes, okay.
We'll give you the tea with Jimmy
Kimmel. On how
Kimmel.
to get good seats.
How to get good seats. 1, look good.
It doesn't matter what time you line up, just look good.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Because it's not first come, first serve. You get seated.
Exactly. So there's a time that they give you to line up, but that doesn't matter. Yeah. That honestly doesn't matter because before you get inside the studio, the producer is there at the door. And they're like watching where to put people.
Yeah.
Okay?
To balance it out.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, you gotta look good. And they ask you where you're from. They want high energetic people at the front. Like, that's honestly how they do it. Like, I know they say, oh, it doesn't really matter what you're wearing, It does.
I had a lot of cleavage that day. And it made a difference.
Well, it did say business casual, too, on the email. Yeah, it's business casual. Try to wear plain clothes. You got to put your bag underneath the seat so it doesn't look you're holding anything.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's not like lining up at the movie theater where like you get your seat and you run to it.
No.
Like it doesn't matter. You just get placed. And so this guy's like moving people like go over there to that corner. Go over here to that side. He looks at us and he's like go there. And it was right in the middle.
But before he put us there, he was just like, hey, where are you guys from? We're like Toronto. And then we're talking about our trip. And then he's just like, oh wow, that's amazing. And then he's like, okay, I'm putting you guys right in the middle.
And we're like, oh.
We're like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, so the cameraman is going to be right in front of you guys during Jimmy's monologue.
Yeah.
However, once he's done the monologue, the camera crew is going to move us to the side. So you'll have like perfect.
Like a straight view.
Yeah, perfect view.
And that day was Alex Rodriguez. And so.
Rodriguez? Oh, Rod. Sorry.
A-Rod.
Sorry, I'm so used to hearing A-Rod. That's why. Yeah.
I was like, did I say it wrong again?
Yeah, so the special guest that day was A-Rod. Yeah, that day,
And so,
it was sad.
It would have been so fun and perfect, but Jimmy is from Vegas, and so his monologue was dedicated to what happened, and he like was crying.
He was crying,
and I was crying.
He is literally like probably like 5 feet away from us.
Okay, that's too close, Allison. This is 5 feet. You and I.
Not 5 feet.
Yeah, it is, Allison.
Is it 5 feet? Maybe 10 feet then?
Yeah, like you lay on the ground,
Okay, so he's here and then we're there. So like 10 feet.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Yeah, so he's like 10 feet in front of us.
Crying.
And we're looking directly at him, okay? And he's crying. And I'm like,
this was not the charm.
Oh my god. What do I do? Like, where do I look? You know, like he's right in front of us. Because everyone else is like, you know, looking towards the side or like the screen, but we're right in front of him.
We're like, oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was sad. It was definitely, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I liked the experience. By the way, the studio's super cold. And I think it's so that,
I love it.
I know, but I think it's so that people don't sweat. Sorry.
Oh my god, right? Or the people don't sweat because there's lots of studio lights and those are very hot.
Yeah.
Makes sense. They're
smart. It's super cold. But yeah, we had a good time. R.I.P. It was just a sad moment. It was really sad.
It was sad.
But
what else did we do? I got a tattoo there.
Oh yeah, tattoos. Yeah.
I got a tattoo. It was my B. And it took like an hour, and Allison was like, what's taking so long? Because she thought it was a small ass bee.
I thought you were just getting a small bee.
But it takes up what? It's like a few inches.
Yeah.
So I got that on the trip. I always try to get one. I couldn't get one in Mexico because we were in the resort. Mm-hmm. And they just said not to leave the resort. And so I was like, you know what? That's smart.
Yeah. So anyways, that was our trip to LA. Highly recommend. If you do go, make sure you get a car.
Or Uber. Or you're in, like, the general area where you want to stay. But I find that LA is so spread out, you have to commute either way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those where you can't take back roads either. It's like highways. Everything is highways.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of highways.
But what did we like in LA? I didn't like In-N-Out. Can I just say that before we end LA? Don't like In-N-Out.
Bro, their fries are not...
Ew, it was not...
What?
Their fries was like high school cafeteria fries, right?
It was soggy.
Yeah.
I couldn't even have the cheese at that time, but how were the burgers with the cheese?
It was good, but it wasn't, it only looked aesthetically pleasing, right? But what I did like in LA was Raising Cane's.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Chef's kiss.
Holy crap. I totally forgot this existed.
The best chicken fingers. And their sauce,
holy fuck. They were good.
Oh,
and that was the first time, like, we had the queso from Chipotle. This was, like, years before it came to Canada.
Years before it came to Canada.
I was like, what is this? It's so good.
Yeah. LA.
And what is that, like, service that you use to get people to deliver? Postmates. Bro, I got pads delivered because I was on my period. And the guy was like, I couldn't find the right one.
Yeah, my aunt was like, look how much pads we have. She opened the closet.
I forgot for how Filipinos are.
Filled with pads and different sizes.
Rainbow.
And she's like, you Postmates pads? It was so funny. But
yeah, it was so good.
Yeah. What would you rate LA out of 10?
Oh, we have our rating system?
Yeah, let's do our ratings, yeah.
Okay, food-wise... LA was probably a 7 for me because I couldn't have...
Overall. Let's do overall.
Okay. Overall.
Yeah.
I would give it... Now, because I'm thinking in comparison to all the other places.
Yeah, because before that was your prime allergy time. That's why.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 7. It doesn't deserve a 6.5 because it was fun, but it like could have been better with the food.
With the food, yeah.
What about you?
I agree with that.
What's your rating?
I'm going to give it a 7.5 just because I did want to do the touristy stuff like the Hollywood sign, go shopping Rodeo. We didn't get to do that. But overall, everything else was really great. Got to spend time with my family as well, and I haven't seen like Chloe and like Chanel, like my aunt. Like I didn't see any of them for years, like since I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So it was really nice for me. So I'm going to give it a 7.5. The only reason why I'm not giving it an 8, 9. You know what? I lied. I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8 because I got to see my family.
Yeah.
But if I didn't get to see my family, I would have given it a 7 because of the public transportation experience. Okay. It was so traumatizing for me.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like thinking about it, I can smell it.
Oh, stop. Ugh.
Anyways, 8 out of 10 for me, 7 out of 10 for Call.
Yeah.
Next
was New York.
New York.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I need to cough. next up, in May of 2018.
Was it 2018? You checked?
Yes, because
Okay.
that's, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, yes, you're right. So May 2018.
That was New York.
New York City.
And I went there once for a Sia concert. Allison had never been, but she's like, oh, I would love to live in New York. Her time in New York had changed that.
Yes, that was me.
And this is going to be her test run. How naive.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love New York. But when I experienced New York for that week, I was like,
you like visiting it, not
I
living
like
in
to
it.
visit. It's like visiting a distant family member every few years.
Yeah.
You know, it's not one of those where I'm like, I want to live here forever.
We still were working our part-time jobs. So
but
again,
the reason why we went to New York
was because your manager
mm-hmm.
gave you a gift and was like,
gave
hey,
us a gift.
You a gift, and then you invited me.
Yeah.
And then was just like, hey, I got these extra BTS tickets because I found better ones with my sister. Do you want them?
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And then you texted me and you're like, call.
Yeah.
No,
and like, yeah, my old manager, honestly, I love her.
Chia.
Shout out to Chia. I just saw her last weekend. It was so nice.
Chia.
Yeah, honestly, she's like more like my older sister, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And
she is.
yeah, I love her. And you know, I remember, so we were working at my old job together, and she was going there to visit her sister. She's gonna meet up with her sister because she was going to the BTS concert in Jersey.
Yeah.
And then she's like, hey, why don't you go too? You know, here's tickets. She's like, yeah, just give me like $200, whatever. Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, are you freaking crazy? But it's like, I couldn't like
say no
because it was like, that's like such an amazing opportunity, right? We
weren't even into K-pop at that time.
No, we weren't. I was slowly getting into it.
Okay.
Right? But you weren't completely.
I tried for that concert weeks prior to like listen to K-pop, and like Blackpink came on, and that was when like the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo song came on, and I just couldn't vibe with K-pop at that time. But I was like, you know what? BTS is big. Like, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna have fun, and I did.
Yeah. So New York, we stayed in Brooklyn. We stayed in this really nice like
brownstone.
No, but except it was white. It was more modern. They painted it white.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
So nice, and we were like 20 minutes to like
the city,
like
I don't know the proper terms New Yorkers use,
but yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
But I remember going there and realizing that like every other street is different. Like there was a really beautiful street,
yeah,
and then there was a really like dangerous street.
Yeah, it was one of those where like, call walk faster.
Yeah.
No, more like you telling me, I was like, walk faster.
Because, she did not feel or read the room with, like, these guys following us. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. We did it.
I'm getting, like, flashbacks.
Yeah, that one time she couldn't fully... Because we Ubered or took the train a lot because it was very accessible. It's not like LA.
Oh yeah, okay. So New York transportation I can deal with versus LA. Because
it's just congested, but it's
fine. It is congested, but like it comes really often, and it's really easy to use. Like, and like I swear every corner there was like a station or something.
No,
right?
It's true. It's so intricate.
Yeah.
So we were fine doing that, but we had like a food adventure in New York, and it's one of my favorite food trips we've had.
Yes, New York is the best food trip so far.
We had an obsession with burrata cheese.
Burrata cheese.
Burrata.
Yeah.
Burrata cheese at that time.
Burrata.
And we had really good pizza. Like, what was the first meal we had there? We
went to this place in Brooklyn. It was a pizza place.
It was a flame. Oh my God, it was so hot.
It was so hot because we were right by the oven. I'm like, we have the worst seats ever.
Yeah.
But our Airbnb place, they recommended it. They had like a list of restaurants that was near them.
Yeah.
And that they recommended, which was really nice. And so we went to their favorite pizza spot, A1. A1.
Bro.
A1, man. It was
It
so
was
good.
so good. I forgot what else there was, but it's just like, you know, when the dough is good, the cheese is good, the sauce is good. Stunning. The only thing was the heat for me, but you know what? I could deal with it.
Yeah.
The next place we went to was
The museum.
The museum.
We went to the Met.
Yes.
The
Just like
Met.
MoMA.
Yeah. We went to the Met. We did all of that Gossip Girl stuff, you know. I was like literally picturing myself living like in a Gossip Girl world.
That area is so beautiful.
Yes. Except, you know, I was walking and taking public transportation instead of like, you know, having a limo driver or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, New York was so beautiful. The food was really good. We ended up at this one restaurant.
Serafina's.
Serafina. Oh my god.
Because I think we were in Soho.
Can they sponsor us?
No, because like we're not on the radar yet.
Well, I mean, we can tag them, but
yeah,
Serafina.
I think we were in Soho because E wanted something, so we were trying to get it for her.
Oh, we went to was it Supreme? No, the Bape store.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
And then
there
we're
was
like,
nothing really.
We didn't get her
really,
anything.
Yeah, they didn't have nice stock there.
Yeah, but then we were walking around and we're like, where do we go for dinner? And then we found Serafina's.
Mm-hmm.
It was picturesque because we were seated like, you know, those restaurants that open up their walls and so like you're eating inside, outside.
Indoor outdoor vibe.
Yeah, and we were right there in like the beautiful night sky. It wasn't too hot of a day.
Yeah.
And
it was
we
nice.
had incredible pizza and pasta. Do you remember the pasta?
I remember.
Woo!
I look back at those pictures and I'm like, wow. It was so good. It was chef's kiss, okay?
Jeez.
Chef's kiss. Serafina, if you guys are in New York, check out Serafina. I wish we tried Prince Pizza. I heard that's really good.
Ooh. And then we went to Shake Shack. Shake Shack was good.
Shake Shack. We went to Shake Shack multiple times.
Oh my god.
Multiple times.
It was so good.
Cole was just like, can I bring Shake Shack back home? And I'm like,
no, they had a Shake Shack.
I don't think you could bring meat like back to Toronto from New York, okay?
But it was so good.
It was really
so good. And you said their chicken burger was better than their...
I preferred their chicken burger, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you got a tattoo in New York and...
Oh my god, the tattoo artist?
Oh my god.
And he knew Allison was taking a picture of him and he smiled and he like...
Yeah, well, I was like, oh, let me take a picture of your arm. I was taking a picture of him, okay? I was like,
he was
your
such
tattoo.
a good artist. He was from Brazil.
Yes. Oh,
just very, very lovely, very present.
He was so, like, so sexy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it was, but I was like, wow. Yeah, he was, oh my gosh, he was beautiful. And he recommended this one pizza place, but we didn't get to go. It was like artichoke pizza. And
oh my god, I've always wanted to try it.
Yeah, he's like, it sounds weird, but he's like, honestly, it's the best
I
pizza.
trust you. You don't... Say no more. Say no more, man.
Right?
And like, New York was great, except the end. Where when we were going home...
Wait, we didn't talk about BTS.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. We went to... Okay, you talk about it.
All right, so in the middle of our trip, we took a bus. Was it a bus?
Yes, we took a bus to go to a station, and it like brought us straight to Jersey.
And I didn't even know Jersey was that close.
Yeah, which is why I understand the tax laws now. Working at my job, like people literally move back and forth there. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
nothing.
was like, wait. Like, we can be in Jersey in an hour? Like, I was just like, what the heck? I'm thinking, like, oh, it's 3 hours away. So we took a bus to Jersey, which took us straight to the stadium to watch BTS live. And we were right there on the floor.
But here's the thing. Chia didn't know that the tickets were for the Sunday, which is when we were supposed to leave. And then she told us, and she's like, oh. So then this woman, because we all thought we were going to the Saturday concert. And then, don't you remember?
No.
We had nosebleed tickets or somewhere. And then she felt so bad about having the wrong dates. She bought floor seat tickets for us.
She sold the other tickets. And spent an ungodly amount of money to just like have us be at the concert at the same time as her. We were seated a couple of seats away. Yeah. But we were literally in section 1. Yeah. We were
I would have never imagined being able to be that close to them.
Yeah, ever. And
it's insane.
It was the best concert I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, are they really singing? They're really singing.
Oh my God.
They're really singing.
Vocals, their mics were on.
Yes.
Like, it was on.
Their skin was flawless.
Their moves, too.
Ooh,
oh my God.
oh
Jimin's solo. When he lifted his shirt and we saw his arms, I was like... And,
do you remember when JK was just like flying in the air?
Oh my
God. Oh my God. If you guys want to see actual clips, we can like insert it in the teaser.
Oh my God. And like you fall in love with every one of them.
Yes.
Every one of them. I had eyes for Jimin and RM that night. But like over time I was like, I love Hobie. Oh my God. He's so like he is my bias. Who? Hobie.
Who?
How do you say his name? Hobi.
Hobie?
Yeah. Do you? Oh, that's his. No. Okay. Okay. Why did I say that? His nickname is Hobie, bitch. It's J-Hope.
J-Hope.
His nickname is Hobie. His nickname is Hobie.
J-Hope.
Yes. Don't laugh. I'm on Stan Twit for K-pop. Do not try.
Yeah, Suga is my fave. Suga and V. Oh, chef's kiss.
Oh my God. V's voice live.
Oh my God. All of them. And then there is one point in the concert, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone started putting on their raincoats.
We're like, what is this?
Yeah, I was like, why are people putting on their raincoats? And then umbrellas are coming out, and I'm like, okay, they're in the middle of a song. What's happening? Okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, why is everyone like not paying attention right now?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, okay, was a freaking buckets of water. It was just like shot up in the sky.
Yes. Like bazooka is like.
Yeah. But the way it landed, it was like buckets. Okay, buckets of water.
Yes.
Okay.
It was terrible.
I was soaked. I looked up and me and Cole locked eyes and we're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
I was not wearing waterproof eyeliner.
Yeah.
And so she was running down.
Yeah. We were not prepared for that. And then we're like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And then all of a sudden it happened again. And we're like, oh my God.
My life. Yeah.
Yeah. We were soaked. But that night, that was amazing.
That was such a welcome surprise. Because I remember like standing there drenched. And I just like started laughing. Because I was like, I hadn't had so much fun in such a long time and really enjoying it. And I was sitting next to this teenage girl and her mom who was like in her like late 40s. And they were like really vibing with the music. And I was like, wow, BTS did this. Yeah. Like so many parents were there like singing along to the songs with their kids. And it just touched my heart. And it was such a fun experience. I learned how to do this. The little
finger the heart with her fingers. Well, shout out to Chia for that. Love you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And then the end was
the
probably
end of New York. Let's close off New York.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We were supposed to leave on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So we had a flight. We checked out. You can't stay later till like 11 a.m. at your Airbnb. So we were like walking around with our luggage at the mall. I got AirPods for the first time.
Yeah, we got AirPods. It was cheaper in New York. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I check my emails. And they're like, oh, your flight got canceled to Toronto.
Yeah.
Because of weather conditions.
Yep. There was like apparently a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
But it got canceled and rescheduled in an hour.
And we're like, okay.
We're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So we called an Uber. And we said, we have to be at the airport in 20 minutes. But we were, what, like 30 plus minutes away.
We were far from the airport.
Yeah, because we were at the nearest mall near the airport, wherever that is. I don't freaking know.
But it's still far because of traffic.
Yes.
So it was an international flight.
Yeah, we're like, can you get us to the airport in 20 minutes? And then he was just like, yeah, I'll try. Okay, I'll do my best. I was like, my ass was clenched, okay? I was like, holy shit, this guy's driving crazy. But I was like, I don't mind because I need to catch the flight.
He said, he's like, say no more.
Yeah.
He executed on your request.
Yeah, on our request. So we gave him a little cash tip, you know?
So we get there in time. And then I check my phone again.
there on time. On time.
And guess what? It got canceled again. And rescheduled again. Mm-hmm. And this time, our flight is at what? 7?
No. You're missing one part. So it got rescheduled. It didn't get canceled yet. It wasn't canceled. It got pushed back a few more hours.
Okay.
But the thing is, we were going to Montreal first. And then Toronto.
Really?
Yeah. Montreal to Toronto. Because remember, we offboarded the plane. And then they sent us to the hotel. That's what happened, you guys. So when we got there on time for our initial flight that got rescheduled. But when we got there and we were checking in, our flight got pushed back again.
Yeah, to like 7.
Yeah, it was later. Yeah, later because we spent a few hours in the airport. Because I remember because we had Shake Shack again.
Yeah, I got 2 hot dogs.
And I remember you tried to sneak in a burger, no?
Yeah, because it was so good. Yeah, you could bring honestly, stuff there though. So yeah, it
was really good. So I remember. So we had to go to Montreal, and then we were like on like the runway for like almost.
We were on the tarmac. Is that what they call it? For hours.
Yeah, hours.
Because we were sitting next to this like this trio couple.
Yeah, because so our seat was like right behind the business class seat.
Yeah, and there were 3 sets of like middle-aged, very like refined couples.
Yes.
And we were just all sitting there, bro. And you don't realize, when you realize how poor you are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Should we call Jeff to just get the jet? And I was like,
and then, hey, John, should we just call Jeff? Like, just tell him bring the jet? And then we're sitting there like, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? But I think that's what they did though when we because basically
we didn't see them. So yeah, we were there forever. Yeah. We were like just grounded, and then they pulled back because then the flight got canceled again.
Yeah,
and we're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
and then this time they couldn't find a flight to reschedule us on.
There's too many people.
The person literally was like, you can drive to Connecticut and get a flight from Connecticut to Toronto, and I was like, I don't even know where Connecticut is. And so I remember this because we left the thing.
We left the terminal, yeah.
We left the terminal because I wanted to go Jewel outside because I was so stressed.
You guys. But it was a blessing in disguise.
It was. We weren't supposed to leave because we were supposed to get vouchers for something.
So, but Call had to Jewel.
At that time,
everyone was waiting for a voucher for a hotel, Call was like, hey, I'm really stressed. I need to Jewel. Okay, yeah, why not? Let's go outside.
Yeah.
You guys, you cannot. Well, we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
You cannot go outside back. Because you have to go through customs again. And it's just like a whole issue, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But it was a blessing in disguise because Call and I were first in line when their flight got canceled.
It wasn't just our flight. There were multiple flights that got canceled.
Because there's another flight that was going out that night.
Yeah, that was like a 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Because that one was fully booked too. Mm-hmm. So any flight going around the Toronto area was canceled because of this like storm,
yeah.
Which never happened.
Yeah, I was like, what thunderstorm?
Okay.
I was like texting, I was texting people back home. I was like,
is there a storm?
Yeah, they're like, what are you talking about?
And so literally as we were like talking to this woman on her first day of like being a flight attendant, an army of people came. Do you not remember that one girl who was like, I'm going to get fired? Da, 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 da.
She was like so nervous. It was her first day.
Yeah.
It was her first day or first week or something on the job. And yeah, so Call Juuling was like a blessing in disguise because we were first in line to get our flight rescheduled. And we got our hotel vouchers for the next day.
Yeah. And then we finally got home the next day after like 3 cancellations. But it was so stressful because we like had work the next day. Yeah.
And there was people crying in line because she's like, I'm going to get fired because my flight is canceled. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Bro, it was so crazy.
So yeah, what would you rate New York?
Overall?
Yeah.
Okay, can I do minus the airport experience or should I include
No, you have to include the whole experience.
All right, the whole experience. I would definitely recommend doing New York, you guys. You don't need a car.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, remember, we had so much fun at Target because Target was a
Target.
blessing.
Love Target. I would rate it a 7.5.
Really?
I would give it an 8 if it weren't for the airport experience.
I see.
But I'm only giving it a 7.5 because the food was good.
Oh, the airport experience didn't make it that bad for me, so I would rate it.
What?
Yeah. No, but when I think about everything we did in New York.
We did a lot, and I'm like, I'm
yeah. We went to the Met. We walked on the
BTS!
Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
BTS, girl.
I'm going to say a 9. 9.
Ah.
9. The one I'm deducting is because of the airport.
Yeah. I was going to say 9 as well.
Yeah, 9.
It would have been a perfect trip.
Yeah.
If the airport thing hadn't happened.
Yeah.
But yeah. By far one of my favorite trips we've had.
Yeah, 100%. So, New York.
All right. Let's end it off.
Next, we are going to end it off with our last trip in 2019.
Mexico.
Wait a minute.
It was in 2018. No, it was 2019.
2019. Didn't we go to Mexico and New York the same year?
Oh, well.
Correction on what Carl said earlier. We went to New York May of 2019. Okay? And then in August of 2019, which is our last trip that we went to before the panorama.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We went to New York in 2019.
Yes, I pulled up Instagram.
New York.
Pull up my Instagram.
No, I just have my thing. Oh, yeah, 2019.
2019. So we actually went to 2 places that year. I don't know why.
Oh, you know why? Because...
Oh, yes, oh, wait. Okay.
You know what? You don't know why?
Okay. I'm sorry. All right. So why did we go on 2 trips in 2019?
Yeah.
All right. It was because when we came back from New York, I had like a...
Oh my God. Yes. She had to make the decision.
Yeah. I had like a life-changing moment when I came back from New York. It was like, I think it happened in like, because we went in May, so this had to be like June, like early June, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember I was just miserable. I was miserable in my personal life. I was miserable at work.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't do this anymore. You know? I was like, literally, I'm done.
She was so sad. Because I started my new job after we came back from New York.
Yes, you started your new job.
That was our year of change, right? And
Yeah.
your change came a little bit later in the year.
Yeah. So Call was starting her new job when we came back from New York. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm done, you know? It's just one of those, like, I'm done.
She was so sad. Like, I've never seen her so sad and, like, done with life in August. And it was like, you know what?
Mexico. But let me tell you why, though, okay? So this was, like, June time, I believe. I just woke up the next day and I was like, I'm changing my number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You went through it. The last thing you needed was just, like, dyeing your hair.
Oh,
you'd have changed your identity.
Was it? It was still blonde, but, like, I did it even more blonde when I came back.
Yes.
But anyways, I changed my number, and I was like, I need to look for a new job. So I was looking for a new job. I was applying everywhere. I was, like, I told my manager already, not, like, the one I was directly reporting to at the time, but I told Chia, and I told, like, one of my closest coworkers there. I was like, just letting you know, because I didn't want her to just be, like, not prepared and, like, I all of a sudden left, you know?
Because you were relied on. You were relied on a lot at work, and so you leaving was, like, a shook moment for
so
people.
I wanted to make sure my coworker was, like, she was good, you know, she was prepared for it.
Yes.
So, yeah, I was just sad. When I tell you, I cried every single day that summer of 2019.
She did.
Like, I was so depressed, okay? And then I remember Carl was just like, yo, what the fuck?
Because she usually is the one who cheers me up. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah. So Carl was like, what the fuck is happening? All right, so yeah, I was crying every
day during the summer.
Every single day, you guys. I was really sad. I was really depressed.
And summer 2019 was beautiful.
It was really beautiful, but Emotionally, I
Not
was a
so
freaking
beautiful.
mess, okay? I was over at Kala's house, and then, like, she was just, like, looking online, and then it was just like, fuck it, let's go to Mexico. Right? And I was just like, wait, Mexico? I was like, okay, yeah, screw it, let's go. So we planned Mexico the last week of August towards the end of, like, our long weekend here in Canada.
Because this is what she said. She's like, I don't care whether or not I have a job, but I'm quitting at the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
You were just so fed up that you were just going to be like, doesn't matter. This is my last day. And I was like, okay, let's align your trip with this.
Yeah. So my plan was, I already told my coworker this. I told her, I'm like, when I come back from Mexico, I'm not coming back to work.
Yeah.
That was my plan. Yeah. I was like, I have enough saved to last me a few months, you know? So I was like, okay, I'll be fine. I'll be good. And so I kept applying. I just literally every single day I was applying to something. Mm-hmm. And then I got like a few like interviews, like phone interviews and stuff, but nothing like really solid, right? Mm-hmm. And then my college friend.
We've shouted her out before.
We've shouted her out plenty of times.
Kaylee,
I love you. It was so crazy because I remember this moment. I was at home sad, of course. Like, what's new? And by the way, you guys, Mexico was already booked, okay? So I was just sad. I had about 3 weeks, I think, until I could, like, find another job or something. Yeah. And she hits me up and she's just like, hey, are you still looking for a new job? And I'm like, yes, I am. You know, like, I am looking for a new job. I told her my whole situation. Long story short, I got an interview. And I got the job. So
literally started right after she came back from Mexico.
So actually, my boss now, shout out to her. Won't say her name, but shout out to her. So she was like, hey, yeah, when can you start? Can you start like the end of August, whatever? Because I think she was going on vacation and she was like coming back. Mm-hmm. And then I told her, actually, like, I already booked a trip. Like, is it okay if I start after the long weekend? She's like, yeah, that's perfect, actually, because we had someone else new starting around the same time as me. So, it worked out. Everything worked out, right? So I was like, okay, great. Like, it was just like...
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. You know, I was just like, at one point I was so sad, but I knew I had to make a change my number, started applying for new jobs. Like, everything was just, like, happening for me.
Yeah.
And then Mexico happened. I was like, wow, like, we can celebrate in Mexico. You got a new job. I got a new job.
Yeah. Mexico was such a great trip. Mm-hmm. I was like, we're not going to a shitty resort. Yeah. I found a really pretty one. Mm-hmm. And it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I think it was really beneficial for you specifically because we weren't going everywhere. We were literally just chilling.
That's why I loved it so much, because you could just like, I told you, that is my form of self-care and relaxation. Yeah.
We didn't do any like crazy excursions. Yeah. We literally just relaxed at the resort.
And yeah, which was so needed.
Yeah. By the way, like, don't ask for water at the resort. It means vodka. So, I mean, we're like, every time we asked for water, we had to say water bottle. Yeah. You know? Because I swear one time we were at the pool and he gave us shots when we asked for water.
Vodka, yeah.
We're like, what the heck is this? But, okay, story time in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, you can start it off.
Have I been talking a lot? Do you want to?
No, just go.
All right, so I almost died in Mexico.
Yeah.
I literally almost died in Mexico.
It started off because, one, we had a basic room. Mm-hmm. But then they get you when you're checking in because you're like, do you want to upgrade? And I was like, you know what? It just passed my birthday. YOLO, let's do it. It was like $300 extra in total. I was like, why not?
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then we ended up at this, like, was it walkout or just like this balcony facing like room?
It was one of those. It was facing the lazy river.
Oh, which was stunning. And we were so close to the beach.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, because like the other places, you
Bro.
had to take like those carts because it was a far walk. Like the resort was huge that you had to take golf carts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a really good place, really good spot. And so we
Yeah.
spent like the first couple of days just easing into it, getting in the pool, drinking, vaping. Everyone was vaping there and
Everyone
it was so nice.
Vaping. Everyone was super nice.
Oh my
super
God,
nice.
yeah.
Yes. Everyone we met.
Yeah, because we were all drinking.
Yeah. A lot of couples because it was like
oh yeah, it was
adults,
very coupley.
Yeah, it was adults only, but we didn't mind. Like everyone was super friendly.
Yeah.
Fast forward
to I think the third or fourth day, it was very hot. Very, very hot.
It was probably
day.
the second last day of our
second
trip.
last. So the fourth day.
Yes, so it was so humid, but you know me, I can't say no to alcohol. Okay.
So yeah, we were tanning at like peak sun.
Yeah.
Peak sun. So we were drinking tequila sunrises. Tanning in the water, juuling, and not drinking any water.
Yeah, no water whatsoever.
And then, I don't know what brought it in us to be like, 2 tequila shots.
Yeah.
But it was brown tequila.
It was the brown 1800.
Oh, and he put it in champagne glasses.
It wasn't even a shot, okay? It was like a glass.
It was a glass.
It was a glass. And he gave it to us while we were in the lazy river.
Sorry,
I was already drunk, okay? And we took these shots, and I almost drowned.
I had to take her out of the pool. She dropped my jewel so many times. I'm surprised it even worked.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, Allison, and she's like, I was like, I fucking hate you. I had to drag her ass out of the pool. When Allison is drunk, she is a ping pong ball. So she like bounces off the walls.
Yeah.
I had to bring her up to the second floor of our room. I was like, oh my fucking God. And then we were just like, we took turns taking showers, right? Because we were in the pool.
We were going to dinner.
We were supposed to have dinner.
Yes, we were going to dinner.
So she took a shower first. And this bitch is so slow. But literally, I hear the water like the rain shower. I hear the water. All I hear is
what?
Okay. And literally I'm like, what did I just hear? Because I'm playing my music. And I hear in the fucking shower, in the sink. Oh my God. Okay. And I had to shower there after her.
Okay. This is what happened, okay? Oh my God, I remember now. And I thought I was dying because it was red. It was all red, but I remembered it was a tequila sunrise. So I was like, at first I was like, oh my God, it's blood. Like I'm vomiting blood.
Because I was so drunk and I was like, she cannot die abroad. Like, do you know how much it costs to bring a body back?
I didn't have travel insurance then either. Okay.
And
so this is what happened, okay?
God.
I was already about to get in the shower. And then I just felt it. I was like, oh shit. And then it was one of those projectile vomits, from The Exorcist. Oh, yes. But except it was red. Okay.
Yeah, because you had tequila sunrise.
No, but in the beginning. Mind you, I'm still drunk at this point, okay?
I'm crying.
I was like, oh my God. I'm vomiting blood.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out. But then I smelt it. It was tequila. It was it literally was just tequila.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh fuck, okay, I think I'm done. I'm good. I went in the shower. I'm showering. All of a sudden, I'm like, ugh!
I was like, what the fuck?
And Carl's knocking. She's like,
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
I was like, I had to Google. And I was like, you know what? It was the lettuce you ate this morning.
She kept saying it's because I keep eating salad on the trip.
Yeah, because there's bugs and parasites. And I was like, was it washed properly? I was fine.
Yeah.
But you were eating a lot of lettuce. And I was just like, it's definitely
Carl was like, it's a salad. You keep eating salad. That's why. I'm like, it's not the freaking salad. It's not the salad, man. So,
yeah.
Anyways, we went to dinner. We went to dinner that
Oh
night.
my god, we went to dinner. Because, okay, this was like lunchtime, so we didn't eat lunch because we were so drunk. So we fell asleep, woke up, got ready to go to dinner. And what I love about this place is that they know your allergies. So you don't have to go to each restaurant and be like, I'm allergic to this. They're like, Maria? And then,
yeah, because they have you just tell them your room number. Yeah. And then, like, they pull it up and it shows everything, all your allergies, like... Yeah.
Where did we go for dinner that one day? Was it like an Indo?
It was an Indian place that you really liked. Their
they had they had this really good pork dish. It was so good, but it wasn't good for Allison because.
Okay, I just was I don't want to eat. You know, I was just like, I'm tired. Like, I don't feel like eating, but I'm like, let's just go for dinner. We already reserved the place. You know, and Carl was like, I want to go. And we're like, okay, fine. So we get there mid meal. Okay, I'm barely eating. I was like, Carl, I have to go to the washroom.
Yeah, like, you know when someone does not look well? Yeah. Allison was just sitting there and I was like, oh my god. So you go to the bathroom.
I go to the washroom. I'm like speed walking to the washroom. And I couldn't make it, you guys. I was opening the door and it just projectile vomited.
She projectile vomited on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like on the door. It was on the floor. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh my god, oh my fucking god. It was the washroom in the restaurant, okay? So I was like, oh my god, I'm like, what do I do? You know? So, you know me, there was someone who was in the stall already. There was someone in the stall in the washroom. So I left. I cleaned myself. I washed my hands, went out. There was one of like the servers. Yeah. That was like turning the corner. I was just like, hey, I think someone's throwing up in there. And I'm so sorry. I had to blame it on someone else. I was like, there's no way I'm going to like take the blame for this. I was like, I'm like, this is so embarrassing. I was like, I went back to say, I'm like, oh, let's fucking go. Yeah.
Let's go right now. You thought you were slick, but she had a vomit stain on her shirt. So you were not.
Yeah. I don't know, but I was just like, hey, I think someone's throwing up in there. Yeah. But she was like so concerned. She's like, oh my god. Is she okay? Okay, I'll go check up on her. Like, everyone was super nice. By the way, the service was really nice at that hotel. Resort.
We went home. We went back to our room.
Yep. Fast forward.
But, like, you were just... I went to go get Advil for you. I was looking for the place.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, you just couldn't get up the next day. Like, we couldn't really do anything. Yeah. Because you were so sick.
No, the next day we went to breakfast, though. But I didn't eat. Oh. Remember, like, we went to breakfast, so I didn't eat. And then we came back. I was throwing up again. And it was just like, when I threw up, it was just it's all liquids, you guys. Mm-hmm. Just all liquids. And I was like, I just need to lay down. Bro, I laid down, like, what, after breakfast? Like, I don't know what time. Let's say I laid down at, like, 11. Yeah. I didn't get up.
Yeah. I was like, hey, are you okay? So I went to go get my food delivered. This was, like, our last day. Story.
This was our last day. Long story short, how I died. Almost died in Mexico.
I was like, you're alive.
I was literally so sick. Like, I couldn't move. At all. I had a high fever. I was sweating. I couldn't move anything. I had no energy to even talk. Mm-hmm. Carl would be talking to me, asking me questions and stuff, and, like, I can't even respond to her. So she would just keep giving me water, and then, like, I remember at one point she left, and, like, you got me, like, Advil or something, right? And then so Carl wakes me up and she's like, take this. And then
because she wouldn't eat anything. Yeah. But you don't like water either. So like you were having nothing the whole day.
Yeah, I couldn't, like, that day. Yeah. I couldn't put anything in my body. Okay.
Yeah.
You know
Thank
what I mean?
God.
Nothing. So I was just like, okay, I was drinking with whatever energy I had left. And I remember laying there because I couldn't talk. I was like, fuck, this is how I'm going to die.
Oh my God.
This is how I'm going to die. I'm going to die in Mexico. And there's no way my mom is going to pay for the medicine in Mexico. She's probably just going to be like, listen, you have life insurance. We can send the body back to Canada.
Oh my God.
I was like, that's literally what I was thinking. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm going to die in Mexico right now. Like, I was having a good time. And then that one day, I just had to just drink without drinking water. Like, you know, so I was just, like, laying there, like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to me? So, the next day we were leaving the hotel. Yeah. And I don't remember what time we had to check out. Probably 12.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. And I remember the next morning I was feeling better where I could actually talk, you know? And I remember laying there because Call was packing. She was packing everything. And then she's just like, okay, make sure you have your passport, whatever. So she was packing everything, but I was laying there till the very last moment. And then I was like, okay, quick body shower because like I was sweating, right? Yeah. But I felt so much better. But Call was waking me up like every 4 hours to take Advil, okay?
Because I was like, is she alive? Yeah. I was the concerned friend, and I was like, wow, like I can't believe this is gonna be how this ends.
Yeah. So the next morning, like I did feel better. I still felt weak, but like I felt better. And then I remember thinking, I was like, I just need to remember to bring that piece of paper with me.
Oh, the customs paper, yeah.
I was like, I need this paper and I need my passport. Everything else, I'm like, screw it. If I leave it, I leave it. So I don't even know. I don't even know what happened. I just like took my suitcase. I had my papers. I was like, okay, I cannot throw up on this plane. I was like, if I throw up on this plane, everyone here is going to murder me. You know? So I was just trying to stay calm. I was taking my Advil, but low key in the inside, I was dead. Yeah. I was so dead. So we got back safely, but I was still feeling sick. So I was like, should I go to the doctors?
Was this not the time?
What?
While we were in the customs line.
What happened in customs? You?
Yeah. Did
you have the cookie?
No. Where we were just like in the customs line, just like waiting to get checked out or something. And then...
Is this the passport story?
Yeah, and I was like, where's my passport?
Oh my god. Oh my god. We finally arrived in Toronto and we're going through customs. And I'm like the useless friend here, okay? Because I'm sick. I'm dying. Call is literally carrying me, basically, all my shit, just making sure like I get on the plane.
Yeah, but like, you know when you take off your sweater and you put it over your arm and you're walking around? Yeah. I was looking for my passport and I was like... You know, the pocket check? You're like, where is it? Bro, it wasn't there. And I literally, like, you don't understand the fear in my eyes where it's like, I am on Canadian soil, but I can't leave because I don't have my passport.
We're not even through customs.
We're not even through customs. Yeah. And I literally was like trying not to panic. I was like, Allison, because we didn't tell you in LA where I lost my phone or I left it at Menchie's. Oh, and she had to run back. Like, I am notorious for being this person.
Call loses every time we go on a trip, something is missing. But in LA, can we just go back to LA real quick? We got Menchie's, right? I don't remember where we were, but we got Menchie's.
We were in Universal.
Universal still? So we were walking away from Menchie's, okay? And it's a good, 3 stores down.
Yeah.
When I'm like, do you have your phone? You're like, yeah. And then you pause, you're like, wait.
And I do the pocket check.
She did the pocket check, and it was like, you know when like pure panic? Just like you just see it in someone's face?
Oh my god.
So I was like, are you kidding me? So I ran.
Allison never runs, not even in school.
Listen, I don't run, okay, at all. So I ran to Menchie's. I look so crazy. Yeah. It's one of those, like, people running into a store and, like, what's happening? Yeah. So I ran into Menchie's and I saw her phone because it had a red case.
Yes, it's the bright red case.
Yeah. And I was just chilling there on the counter.
She ran and she went, rah! Yeah. She, like, took it.
That shit. I grabbed it so quick that I was wondering if people thought that was my phone or not.
That you were stealing
someone else's phone. I don't know. But oh my god. I got the phone, I ran back outside, and Call is still there, like, panic. Like,
I was like, where is it?
Because you're holding your ice cream.
I was holding the frozen yogurt.
Yeah, and then Call is still there, like, I don't know what to do.
I was like, I can't get back because
I was like,
fucking
phone.
Oh my god! At least it was my passport, but my passport.
Your passport. Okay, so now back to Toronto.
Job.
Your passport, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You lost your freaking passport. We're already here. So,
but it was packed, man.
So packed. So I was like, hey,
oh my god.
I'm like, it's fine. We're gonna go to the front. We're going to explain what happened. And at least we're in Toronto. I'm like, your mom can send your birth certificate. She can send your health. She can do something. Because, like, at least we're here. They can just fax everything here. We'll be fine. It'll be delayed, but we'll be fine.
I was going to cry.
Yeah.
And so I make eye contact with one of the security people.
Yeah.
And she's holding a passport. And you know when you look at a phone and you're like, that's my phone?
Yeah.
I looked at the passport and I'm like, that's my passport. That's that crease.
Yeah.
And so I go up to her and I'm like, I lost my passport. And she's like, what's your name? And I'm like, Maria. And then she looked at it and then she gave it to me. And when I tell you, the life came back into my body.
Yeah.
I was like, because this happened in 2016 in Finland, when I got so drunk at a club one time, I lost my wallet. I lost my citizenship card. I lost my SIN card. Thank God I had my passport.
Yeah.
But I was crying and called my parents. My dad was like, as long as you have your passport. So his voice was in my head that day when I lost it, when I was like, I had one job. And so when I got it, I was like, thank God.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Call, you lost your fucking passport in Toronto. We were already in Toronto. But shout out to whoever found Call's passport and returned it.
Thank you to whoever this person was. Like, you literally saved my life.
Yeah.
And so fast forward to Allison still being sick.
So it was the long weekend when we arrived back. And so we had the Monday off, I think it was. And I started work the Tuesday. And the doctor's was closed. And I was still not feeling like A1. Mm-hmm. Started my new job, everything. But like for like a week, that whole week, like I just wasn't feeling good. And my chest was burning. Like I literally felt like, I don't know, like I was having a stroke or something.
Something was wrong, yeah.
Yeah, like I just did not feel well. Like I didn't have a fever or anything, but like, I don't know, my chest hurt. It was just like, I was tired, I was weak.
So you go to the doctor.
I go to the doctors. And so she was just like, well, long story short, you fucked up your esophagus. Yeah. And your, what do you call this thing here?
What is that?
Your throat, this thing,
That's your esophagus.
Is this my esophagus?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So she was explaining it to me. So she's like, were you throwing up? Were you drinking alcohol? And like all this stuff.
A lot of acid, yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, like it was like a lot. It was like a lot of vomit. Okay.
Oh, sorry, not acid as in the drug, but the acidity of throwing up.
That's what she said. She was just like, it's a lot of acidity. Which is why it feels like your chest is burning.
It's very raw and like tender. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever. I took some meds for like 2 weeks and I was fine.
But you know what it was? It wasn't food poisoning.
Nope, it wasn't food poisoning.
What was it?
Fucking heat stroke.
Yeah.
And she's just like, you have to be careful. This could have been really serious. You could have really died. Yeah. All this stuff. I had to check. I had to go get my liver checked. I had to do blood work, everything. Yeah. I was fine. Thank God.
Because she was drying up in the sun. This is someone who doesn't like drinking water, hates water.
I like, okay, no.
Now you like water. Now you
like water. No, but I didn't drink water on the trip, that trip.
You didn't drink a lot of water during that time.
Yeah, I did not drink a lot of water during that trip, and that just fucked me up. Okay, but now I know.
Moral of the story.
Drink your water, bitch.
Drink your water. All right. That was our 3 story times.
Yeah, I hope
what would you rate?
Enjoyed that.
What would you rate Mexico, though?
Mexico, I would rate it a... mine is almost dying. And...
No, you have to include that.
Okay, including that. I'm gonna give Mexico a 7.
I would give it a 7.5 for that one dish that I had twice.
The pork dish?
I paid 20. I tipped someone 20 USD to give me 2 servings. Because they don't deliver.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They don't deliver, but you told them I was dying.
I'm like, my friend is very sick right now. There's no one else to take care of her. And they felt so bad. Because I talked to the manager of the restaurant.
Yeah, I remember. I could hear you on the phone. I'm so sorry, like, we reserved, but... Yeah. My friend was just really sick and no one's here to take care of her. And then Cole was just like, I'll pay extra, whatever, however much, like, the dish cost. But they were saying, no, don't worry, like...
I ate both servings. So I gave it a 7.5, I think.
7.5 for you?
Yes.
Yeah, 7 for me because almost dying and the sand. I don't really like sand.
Oh my God, the bugs from the sand was a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I couldn't make it an 8 because you were very sick and I was very scared.
Yeah, the last, like, day and a half. That wasn't the best. But I hope you enjoyed our story time episode. I don't think we've done a story time, right?
Nope.
this is our first, so episode 4, dedicated to our storytime travels. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure we missed out on a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's been a few years, right? So we're just going off of, like, our memory. But stay tuned for part 2
of our story time as we head
travel
out.
Story time, because
in
your
September,
2 Cold Brews
and Sweetener
are going on a girls' trip.
We'll let you know once we're back.
Yes. All right, so for freshly brewed episodes, don't forget to follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where every Monday you get to hear us.
You can also follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Two Cold Brews. For sneak peeks and teasers, you can check out our Instagram page.
Speaking of teasers, here's a teaser from episode 5.
Name 5 authors.
J.K. Rowling. She's canceled. L.L. Moore.